Well, I'm going to do something that I have never done before. I am going to make my own sprouts. I had some brown lentils, and they're whole lentils. So I'm trying to eat healthier, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm not eating a lot of gluten and a lot of trans fats and things like that. So anyhow, I got some whole brown lentils. I have a massive jar of them. So what I've done is I've taken the amount that I need, and I have rinsed them 3 times in water. Rinse them 3 times, and then you need to soak them overnight. So I'm going to make the sprouts so I can put in my salad, so I can put in with whatever I'm having, whether it be meat or whatever. So the reason why is because lentils are very high in fiber and high in protein. So, that's something that I certainly have to focus on in my healing journey. So what I did is I rinsed them 4 times, drained them, and then I put them in water in individual containers. Now I've only got a cup of lentils, but I divided it in 4 jars, right? So I have 4 jars here. I don't know if I can show this to you. So I have 4 jars of lentils. So I'm going to leave them, I'm going to leave them overnight. I think it said 12 hours, so leave them overnight. So I'm going to leave them overnight. Sorry, I didn't mean to be fixing my pants on camera. But yeah, so I'm going to leave them soak in these 4 containers overnight. And then tomorrow I'm going to drain them. I'm going to rinse them again, and I'm going to put a mesh on the top and leave them to sprout. And I'm going to do that 3 or 4 times throughout the day. Now you have to leave them, the first soak has to be overnight. And I'm a rookie at this, so I'm just learning. I had to look it up on YouTube. So anyhow, I hope I haven't confused you. So first you soak them in water, which I've done. I'm only doing 1 cup of brown lentils. So I divided it up into 4 different glass jars, filled it up just with ordinary water, not hot, not cold, in between. And I filled up the 4 jars. I put an equal amount of the lentils in each of the jars, and I'm going to let them sit overnight. Then tomorrow when I come back to it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain them all. I'm going to rinse them, and then I'm going to put a piece of mesh on the top, put elastic around it, and let them sit again. I'm going to do that 3 or 4 times through the day, every day for 3 days. And apparently after the first 12 hours, apparently you'll see the sprouts. Now I'm looking forward to this because I do love sprouts. I used to love to go to the Chinese food restaurants, and they would always have a good selection of sprouts. So this is my attempt at being able to be frugal and making my own sprouts out of the lentils. So I have a lot of lentils. Now, the one warning thing I wanted to tell you is that lentils have histamine in it. Now, the brown lentils, they don't seem to have a lot of histamine, and when they sprout, they let go of some of that histamine that they have. Now, histamine is what your body would use to kind of it's an immune response to something that you may be allergic to, right? So, and it's a natural reaction in the body. So I don't want to go over the top. So it says histamine is an organic nitrogenous compound involved in local immune responses communication, as well as regulating physiological functions in the gut and acting as a neurotransmitter for the brain, spinal cord, and uterus. So that's what it is. And the lentils they don't have high amounts of, they don't have extremely high amounts of histamine. And when you sprout them, they do release some of that histamine. So, you can have issues if you have too much histamine in your system, right? So I'll do some more research on that. And then when I come back tomorrow with rinsing and draining them, then I will tell you that information, because I just got into this today. I was just able to purchase the brown lentils today. Now you need to use the lentils that are whole. You cannot use the lentils that have been split, the split lentils that you can buy at the store for soups. And apparently the green lentils, or the brown lentils that I'm using for the sprouting, if you cook them and you're putting them in a food product that you're cooking, they get mushy. So I don't like mush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprout them, and I'm not really sure if you can freeze them, because I have made a whole cup, and that might quite possibly make quite a few sprouts. So if I can freeze them, I'm going to freeze them, because apparently you can't eat lentils every single day. Like, it wouldn't be a good thing, like, to eat an overabundance of it in one day. So I'm gonna make some, and then I'm gonna freeze the rest. But I'll see you tomorrow when I come back to drain them. Don't forget, this is a learning journey for me, and it's really interesting. So I'll be back tomorrow.